is the final stage of nutrient pollution. This is pretty bad, and the reason this caused a lot of to-do is because people couldn't get from the shore to their boats through the macroalgae. What people don't know is the entire basin of, most of the main basin, and certainly Shoestring Bay, Aquay Bay, and parts of the Mashpee River look like this too. Just the environmental conditions have not come up yet for this latest stage or final stage of eutrophication or impairment to be seen by people.
If communities control their own destiny, then they have a lot more flexibility in terms of how they address the issue. If we have to be involved in any sort of enforcement, we can work out a negotiated settlement, but you will definitely lose flexibility, and loss of flexibility translates to increased costs. There's also the specter of any sort of third-party lawsuit that may come down. And the way I kind of like to characterize it is that if a third-party lawsuit is adjudicated and there's a court order, we have no flexibility, you have no flexibility, and ultimately that's going to be the most expensive solution that's going to come down as a result of that. So I guess one other thing that I'd like to add is that through the state revolving fund, there is a provision for 0% financing, which a 0% loan versus a 2% loan over the life of the loan is significant savings. Their estimates that it can be anywhere equivalent to a 30 to 50% grant on savings of finance charges. But if a community is under an enforcement order for a nutrient-related issue, they are ineligible for that 0% loan. So that's a significant penalty for not moving forward if we feel that we have to exercise our enforcement initiatives.
So something we took on early in the process was an evaluation of the cost of doing nothing. Our environmental economist at the time really wanted to look at the relationship between property values and water quality, and he used the 3 Bays area, which is just adjacent to you in Mashpee, to look at this issue. He looked at property sales for those homes within a 10-minute walk of the water over a 10-year period. And during that 10-year period, nitrogen levels in the embayment consistently increased above the threshold for healthy water quality in 3 Bays as defined by the Massachusetts Estuaries Project and the technical report developed for that particular watershed. And the study found that for every 1% decrease in water quality, there's a 0.61% decrease in property values. And so for the 3 Bays watershed alone, that represents somewhere in the range of a $41 to an $80 million loss over that 10-year study period. And so if you think about that from a regional perspective, region-wide, we have more than 40,000 properties that are located within a 10-minute walk of a nitrogen-impaired embayment. And so we know that there's a lot at stake, but as part of this planning process, we felt that it was critical to be able to better understand what it truly means to take no action and to do nothing about the problem that we're facing.
But the resources in Wacoit and in Pompanesett Bay have been severely degraded, and the water quality is quite poor, and there's low oxygen conditions, periodically there's fish kills. It's just, this is not a question anymore about, well, what's it like? Because that was when we started all this work, it was, what is it like? And the answer now is, it's really bad.